strong cheer on Dalal Street this afternoon. Pull up the Sensex for you. It's back at that 30,000 mark. So good going for the Sensex over there to hit that 30,000 at open. Cooled off slightly since then. Been holding on to gains ever since morning and now back at the 30,000 mark for the Sensex. That's the big trigger. Nifty, of course, hitting a record high a short while back as well. The next level Nifty is watching out for is the 9,300 mark. Just about 30 odd points away from that. So Sensex, Nifty, the benchmarks, great going over there. And RL, of course, contributing smartly to today's gains. Adani Ports from the Nifty is your top gainer right now, up about 4.5%. Maruti Suzuki also surging to a lifetime high over that 6,300 mark on the counter. So the key heavyweights clearly contributing to the kinds of gains that are coming in the markets at the moment. Let's also welcome in Siddharth Sidani to talk about his reading of the markets. Siddharth, key levels reclaimed on the Sensex, the 30,000 mark at the moment, record high on the Nifty as well, heading towards 9,300 and beyond for that. We've been talking about the bullishness on the street and the momentum over there for the moment. And clearly nothing seems to be bringing this market down. Another good day coming in for Reliance Industries as well.
Yes, of course, because I don't think markets are heading well. I think liquidity is strong. The best triggers which is there in front of us, quarterly results, and I think mid of April onwards, I think monsoon data is also, the expectations on monsoon will start flowing in. I think markets are well stacked up, but I would still like to say one point with a caution that if any kind of a negatives comes from domestic or global part of the economy, I think that would be a great opportunity to pick up good quality stocks. It's just because of a lot of funds and liquidity is at the bay, waiting for a correction and to accumulate good quality stocks. So if any correction is there, I think that would be a great opportunity.
All right, let's also get in Sameer Chauhan, technical analyst at Angel Broking. Hi, Sameer. Thanks very much for joining us today on BTVI. Well, Nifty is once again at fresh record highs at levels of about 92.70. The next level which the street will be watching out is the 9,300 mark. And if I look at the options data, the upside for this series is actually 9,500. Tell us what kind of positions are being taken on the option side.
See, we have already seen a relentless rally in last 3 months without any major correction. Nifty has rallied more than 1,200 points. And if we look at the overall data for the entire March series, 9,200 was a major hurdle. And Nifty could not surpass that level. But on Monday, we witnessed a good gap up opening. Post that, we witnessed a good positive traction across the broader market. Most of the heavyweight counters like Reliance, L&T, ICICI Bank have been doing well since last few days. So clearly that indicates that the Nifty is likely to move higher, at least in the near term. The base is getting shifted higher now. Earlier it was around 8,800, 8,900. Now it has shifted towards 9,050, 9,100. So looking at the overall structure, we expect Nifty to extend this rally. Our immediate target for Nifty would be around 9,400, 9,500, and any minor dip, any consolidation within the 100, 150 points would be a very good buying opportunity. Immediate support now would be seen around 9,200, 9,190.
What about Bank, Samit? What's the levels that you're watching out for the Bank Nifty, the clear driver of this rally so far? Another 0.6% of an uptick coming in above that, in fact, near that 21,700 mark on the Bank Nifty right now.
Yes, clearly Bank Nifty has been contributing since last 3 months. It has contributed heavily. It is trading around its all-time highs, and if we look at the overall momentum, it's been quite strong since last few months. If we look at the HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, they have been doing so well, and in last 2 months we've already witnessed a catch-up rally in most of the PSU banking counters. I'm sorry, it was 2 weeks. Since last 2 weeks we have been witnessing catch-up rally from PSU banking counters. So we would maintain our optimistic stance on Bank Nifty as well. And if we look at the overall structure, we expect Bank Nifty to head towards 22,000, 22,200 at least in the near term, probably if we consider another 2 to 3 weeks. And on the low side now, if we see 21,200, 21,000 would act as a very strong support.
Well, Clearly, we've been seeing some fresh long build-up coming in on a Bank Nifty. In fact, today itself, the open interest for the April futures have gone up by about 12%. Siddharth, the other space which is buzzing today is the Realty Index. Nifty Realty Index is up about close to 3%. Just ahead of the monetary policy, you've got all these realty stocks which have surged today, from the likes of Godrej Properties to Sobha, which is up about 15%. You've also got counters like Sunteck Realty, which is hit as fresh, a 52-week high, and other counters like Ajmera Realty. Anything from this space do you like, and what's the reason why is this space buzzing?
Well, what you rightly pointed out is like on the back of RBI policy, I think all the space is completely in buzz and excitement. Although we don't cover any of the stock from the entire sector, but what we still believe is the companies which you rightly pointed out, likes of Godrej or other companies, I think companies which has a good balance sheet, good executions, I think that will only do good fundamentally with medium to long term perspective. However, in anticipation of RBI cutting the rates and real estate is getting excited, I think there is less likely of RBI cutting the rates right now, because I don't think, and that is why last time when RBI has changed its stance from accommodative to neutral, I think core inflation is still a little sticky. So I believe there is no room to cut the rates as of now. So all this excitement, what we are seeing in the realty space, may be short-term driven. But I think if someone wants to go into a quality investments, I think look at the balance sheets and the execution level and the companies which has lesser of inventories.
Right. Siddharth, also talk about RIL for us. When that big breakout came about a couple of months back on this counter, most analysts were looking at 1450 to 1500 on the stock. It's already above 1400, so that 1 year target has been met in the last couple of months. Do you see more legs for RIL? We were speaking to Jal Irani earlier today, and he said that the fair value of Jio has still not been assigned to the stock, and there could be significant up going forward from here. Would you share that view as well?
I think the company has a potential to go higher from here on. We don't have a coverage on this, so giving a target price to it would not be justified. But I think there is a lot of potential, because what we have seen is in the last 3 years, what they have done is added capacity in terms of petchem and refining side of the business, which will again swelling up the revenues big time in coming quarters. Along with that, of course, Jio's commercial launch and some of the further extension of the Jio Prime offer, I think that may bring in a little bit more subscriber base opting for Jio Prime offer. So all these things, I think, of course, Jio has a wonderful way ahead. But right now, there would be a lot of bleeding on the way in the telecom space. So on the back of Jio's commercial launch and the existing traditional business, and if you look at like-to-like basis, 5 years back, it has not at all performed. So there is a lot of way ahead for the company going forward.
Well, clearly the stock is trading at fresh 9-year high. In fact, Deep was mentioning, we did speak to Jal earlier during the day, where he also said that 25% of the stock value can now be ascribed to the telecom business, and that is still, we'll have to wait and watch out for the numbers, which will start trickling in only in the next few quarters. And according to few analysts, that the company could also break even at EBITDA level when it comes to telecom business by FY18. Samit, I want to get a technical check on Reliance. If somebody is holding on to the long positions, what should they do? Should they book profits, or do you see further upside from current levels?
See, it clearly depends on your trading profile. If you are a momentum trader, then you can look to book partial profits. But if you are a kind of trader who is willing to keep this particular stock for at least 2-3 months or 6 months time horizon, then definitely the stock is likely to head towards 1500, 1550 or more beyond that also. So it depends what kind of a trader you are. If you are a momentum trader, so as I said, you can book your partial profits, so you can keep on revising your stop losses higher Now 1350, 1360 seems to be a very strong support. So momentum trader can shift their stop losses higher now, and one can ride this tide. The stock is in a very strong uptrend. After nine years of long consolidation, the stock has managed to come out of this congestion zone. So we don't see this particular stock giving major correction quite soon. So 1500, 1550 or more than that is also quite possible.
Right. Another heavyweight that's doing very well today, and this was the story on Monday for this one as well. L&T. Pull that one up for you. 2.5% of a gain coming in over there. It's at a fresh 19-month high, all in L&T. Siddharth, what's the outlook over here? The entire industrial space has been buzzing for the last couple of sessions. Jefferies coming out with a report on L&T. They're looking at a target of about 2,000 on this one. We spoke to the management of KC International earlier today. Not a like-to-like comparison, but they're clearly saying that their order book is at a record high right now, and they're confident of strong growth in the next financial year. Do you feel that some kind of momentum is now shifting towards these industrial names? You could see a lot of traction in this space going forward?
Completely agreed, because in the industrial names along with capital goods, I think all this sector are buzzing and excited. If you talk about any of the company like Shakti Pumps, if you talk about Kirloskar Brothers, TRIL, or Waltam for that matter. So all the capital goods space, industrial space is buzzing. We even like L&T with a long-term perspective. Although currently the excitement is more because of the swelling order book. But execution is also very important for these kind of companies, and how the order book is growing further, because the most important thing is if the order book is growing well and execution is coming well from the Middle East also, I think this company can really perform wonders from here on. But still, I would like to reiterate, although currently mid caps and some of the sectors are really excited and buzzing and in charge, but let's not get carried away. If someone wants to go a fresh investment in L&T, I think take a 2-year horizon and then only invest, because I don't think with a 6 months or 8 months horizon things will be completely changing. So of course with a 2-year horizon one can look at L&T for investment and fresh investment at the current levels also.
Right, and you also had Jefferies, which revised their target price to about 2,000 rupees on L&T, and that's since last 2 trading sessions there has been good buying coming in there. Sameet, the media space is buzzing today. You've got the likes of Den, TV Today, PVR, Inox Leisure, Z Entertainment. In fact, all the media stocks besides Eros and Jagran are trading in the positive territory. In fact, the Nifty Media Index is also up by about 2%. Any trade that you're spotting here?
See, from this space, clearly Z Entertainment has been our preferred pick since last couple of months. The stock has been steadily moving higher. It's been maintaining its height of Harvard formation, and in last 3 to 4 days, we have witnessed a good gradual up move. Today, we are seeing a good positive traction along with healthy volume. So that clearly indicates that at least in the near term, the stock is likely to outperform. Our immediate target for Z Entertainment would be somewhere around 560, 562. So any minor dip towards 536 would be a very good buying opportunity considering the risk to reward ratio. On the lower side now, we don't expect this stock to slip below its important support level of 525, 524.
Right, Sameet, let me throw a couple of mid-caps at you. Magma FinCorp, that one is having an exceptionally strong day of trade today. Even something like a Max Financial, that's up almost 5% right now. Anything of interest on these two names?
See, if we talk about Magma FinCorp, if we look at the overall chart structure today, it has spiked up with substantial rise, but overall if we consider its price action, it's been just moving sideways, and now it has come out of a congestion zone. Fresh buying at current level won't be advisable considering the risk to reward ratio. Clearly the low hanging fruit is already gone now, but those who have bought it at low level, or probably who have participated today, they can remain invested. And looking at the overall structure along with the volume activity, 125, 126 would be crossed quite soon. So one can maintain this position keeping a strict stop loss somewhere around 110 on a closing basis, and one can expect a breakout beyond 125, 126 quite soon.
Well, the company did sell its NPAs to asset reconstruction companies, and we did speak to the management yesterday about the same. Today there was a conference call post which there were some positive takeaways which came about. In fact, most amount of their NPAs which they've sold, close to 600 crore, they've sold it for cash amount, and that's the reason you're seeing that a positive reaction coming in on Magma Fincorp, up about 12%. Siddharth, any view on the steel makers? In fact, today JSW Steel, Tata Steel, Steel Authority, all of them have reacted positively. In fact, there was some news that these companies have increased prices for flat products. What's the outlook on these stocks?
I think the entire metal space will be buzzing, will be doing good, positive for medium-term perspective. On the back of many other things like demand rising globally, China has cut a little bit of a capacity, and along with the Indian government, which is bringing again, continuing with anti-dumping duty and extending MIPs. I think everything is giving protection to the steel manufacturers. Steel will be doing good, but I think along with that, non-ferrous space or likes of aluminium also looks very interesting with a medium-term perspective. Although we have known that JSW Steel is the highest steel capacity today in the country. Having said that, what we believe is steel and non-ferrous, both space looks very exciting with a medium-term perspective.
Right. Samit, just about 10 minutes to go before we wind up today's trading action. What are some of the trading ideas that you have for our viewers?
See, we have been quite upbeat since last couple of weeks on most of the PSU banking counters. PNB, Union Bank and OBC were our preferred pick. But looking at today's price action, Can Bank certainly looks good. The daily chart structure is quite encouraging, and the stock has managed to give a decisive breakout from a resistance of 308. So the volume activity is also quite good. So we expect this rally to extend. Our target would be somewhere around 330. That would be a near-term target, and stop loss can be fixed around 297. Our other buy call would be from the auto space, M&M. Since last 3 to 4 days, it's been just consolidating in a narrow range, but 1270, 1280 seems to be a very strong support, and we are now witnessing some early signs of a breakout. So we are anticipating a breakout beyond 1300 quite soon. So we would recommend this stock for a target of say 1370 at least in the near term, and one can keep a strict stop loss at 1254.
Right. Samit, anything on Titan on the charts? The stock has surged nearly 7%. It's inching closer to that 500 mark.
See, clearly it's been outperforming the entire space since last 3 months. The stock has rallied from the levels of 310, 315 in merely 2 to 3 months. So the trend has been quite strong, and looking at the volume participation, we expect continuation of this uptrend. The height of higher bottom has been maintained since last few months, so the base is now seen somewhere around 440, 450, and any dip probably towards minor dip also towards 485 would be a good buying opportunity. The stock is likely to climb much higher from current level, but at least for next couple of weeks this stock can taste 520, 522 levels.
Right. Siddharth, Samit had an M&M on his buy list, but let me throw a couple of other stock names at you from the auto space. Maruti surging to a lifetime high today, 4.5% up move coming in over there. We saw those Hero Moto sales number come out yesterday. Highest ever fiscal sales at over 60 lakh units for them this time around. Of course, March sales were also exceptionally strong because of those last 2 days of heavy BS3 discount. How are you placing your bets in auto universe? More towards two-wheelers, or will it be four-wheelers?
See, we have already seen a good traction in the passenger vehicle space, and especially Maruti, which is at all-time high, has been doing fabulously well in terms of their sales numbers, quarterly numbers. What I would like to bet on is two-wheelers rather than anything else, because commercial vehicle also has its bit. Ashok Leyland has really performed well. And so two-wheelers is which has taken a biggest backseat because of the demonetization is concerned. I think some kind of a revival in the rural space will again bring back the sales of two-wheelers back into the system. Maybe a month here or there. But I think two-wheelers looks very interesting, and amongst two-wheelers we like TVS Motors. TVS Motors, as we know, mopeds and scooters contribute 60-65% to the revenue. Along with that, the BMW tie-up is also they started exporting the motorbikes, and they have a 350 crore kind of a capex. So overall, what we believe is the margins is expected to expand from 7.5% to 10% in next 2 years. 12% volume growth is also expected. So in the two-wheeler space, what I would like to jump the guns on is TVS Motors with a target of 500 from here on.
All right, TVS Motors with a target price of 500 rupees. Well, clearly the space which has been a laggard for the past few trading sessions, in fact, in the last fiscal as well, is the IT space. The Nifty IT index is the top loser, down about 0.7%. Samit, Infosys will be declaring its numbers next week. Any strategy do you have on the option side, or what kind of position would you recommend a trader to take just ahead of the numbers?
Honestly speaking, we have not been so active in this space since last couple of months. They have been doing nothing. If we talk about Infosys, it's been very light since last few weeks. If you look at the overall levels wise, 1040, 1050 seems to be a very strong resistance, and lower side 980, 985 seems to be a very strong support. So we at present we are witnessing this consolidation phase wherein the range is quite narrow now, hardly 40-50 points range that we have been witnessing in Infosys since last few weeks. So 1040, 1050 would be a resistance, lower side 980, 985 would be a support. So at this juncture, we don't want to take any action in this particular stock.
Fair point. Samit, Siddharth, just hold on to your thoughts. A minute to go before we wind on today's trading action. It's been another good day for the markets. Record high coming in on the Nifty at that 90-70 mark. Sensex also brushing the 30,000 mark. So it's been an exceptionally strong day for markets yet again after that strong trade that we saw come in on Monday. RIL is one of the stars in trade again today, closing near the highs of the day. 3% of an up move coming in over there above that 1400 mark. Fresh 9-year high on that counter. So RIL continues to build on strength to strength. Maruti Suzuki surging ahead to a lifetime high, 4.5% gain coming in on a Maruti Suzuki as well. That's been one of the key contributors to the market rally today. Adani Ports is your top gainer on the Nifty, 4.5% of an up move coming in over there. Zee Entertainment doing well, up about 2.5%, almost 3% at close. Bharti Infratel, this one has been strong all day today, seeing gains of about 2% at close. Hindalco contributing to the move as well. L&T, we were just talking about this stock after that strong up move coming in on Monday. Another good move on this one, 2% of a jump on an L&T. This one is at a fresh 19-month high. Banking stocks doing fairly steady in trade today. Bank Nifty was up about 0.3%. Yes Bank from that universe is the top gainer, up about 1.8%. Tata Steel, HUL, Ultratech Cement, Grasim Industries, Tata Motors, SBI, Axis Bank, Lupin, all of these stocks having a strong day of trade. The bias clearly with the advances as far as the Nifty is concerned. There was a healthy list of losers as well. Stocks that didn't participate too much. Market heavyweight HDFC was down about 2.5% in trade. A couple of your IT counters not doing too well. Fresh H1B visa concerns coming in over there. So HCL Tech down about 2%. Tech Mahindra and Infosys also on the back foot. Select pharma names also under pressure. So Sun Pharma was down in trade today. You've had concerns come in for a Dr. Reddy's as well with regards to its Andhra Pradesh unit. Cipla also not having too good a day of trade. Coal India down about 1.5%, ITC taking a knock of about 1%, Aurobindo Pharma, Tata Power, Indiabull Housing, Asian Paints, ICICI Bank, Power Grid and TCS, some of the other losers that we've had. But clearly it's been a very strong day of trade as far as the benchmarks are concerned. Record high on the Nifty. Sensex also marching towards those record high levels, and broader markets having a healthy participation today as well, Navneet.
That's right, Deep. In fact, the broader markets, the BSE Midcap Index closed higher by 0.4%. Good gains actually seen there as well. In fact, the market breadth looked pretty positive today on National Stock Exchange of about 3:1. Let's look at a couple of your top gainers then. JSW Energy was the top gainer on that index, up about close to 5%. Reliance Communication gained for about 4.6% gains coming in there. Max Financial is the other counter which saw that surge coming about in the last hour of trade. So Max actually closed below that level of 600 for the day. TVS Motors did well. That was up about 3.7%. Your steel makers were up in today's trading session. After that, news came about that they have increased prices of flat products. So the likes of Steel Authority, JSW Steel, both were up about 3.5%. Besides that, you had Aditya Birla Group, Aditya Birla Money, which was up on back of that payment bank license coming about. Oracle Financial is the other stock which was up about 1%. On the losing side, well, Sun TV was your top loser, down about 2.5%. Actually, the entire media space did pretty well. Besides Sun TV, you had good gainers in the name of Den, which did pretty well. In fact, besides Den, you had PVR also, which gained nearly 7%. Torrent Pharma was weak in today's session, down 2%. Crompton Greaves also saw cuts of about 2% coming about. From the small cap index, which ended the day higher by 1%, Balaji Telefilms was your top gainer there. That stock gained 12%. Good gains have been seen for Balaji in the past few trading sessions. They've launched their digital platform called Alt Post, which we've seen some good amount of gains coming about. Well, talking sectorally, Nifty Realty was your top gainer. So the likes of DB Realty, you also had Suntech, Ajmera Realty. A lot of your realty stocks were up and about. India Bulls Real Estate, Godrej Properties, also Prestige were all up in today's session. Graphite India and Binani Industries were a couple of stocks which gained significantly in today's trading session. You also had a Newlin, which gained on that news of Teva backing some kind of a license for which Newlin will be providing that API. Jamna Auto was quite strong today. That also registered good gains. Jamna Auto saw gains of nearly 7% coming thereabout at levels of about 230. So overall, it was a good trading session. Your takeaways were realty stocks and media stocks, which did pretty well. What was weak in today's trading session was the IT space, and the turnover actually has been on the lower side. We've been registering fresh highs, but the participation has been quite low. Monday also the turnover was sub 3 lakh crore. Today it's just at about 3.5 lakh crore.
But record highs on the street nonetheless for that. Samit, before we let you go, just to revisit for our viewers, levels that you should be watching out for: 92.74, that's the record high that we've hit, closer to the 9300 mark right now. What are we watching out for?
Yes, as I said, we would maintain our optimistic stance, and the base is now getting shifted higher. Directionally, 9050, 9100 seems to be a very strong support, but at least for next few days, one can see a strong support coming at 9190, 9200. And on the higher side, we expect continuation of this rally. Our immediate target would be somewhere around 9400, 9450 for Nifty.
So that the broader markets have been performing pretty well. Every day we see some kind of stock specific action coming about. From the broader markets, do you have any value picks?
Yes, definitely, because as I've spoken about, one of the company from the capital goods space, that is Kirloskar Brothers. This is a big turnaround story. Company was posting losses because of some of the provisioning because of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Company has a strong market share in terms of pumps and valves and agri equipment. So overall, what we believe is it's a turnaround story. From here on, we can expect some good profits coming in next year. We can expect 75 odd crores profit coming in for the company. Overall, we believe Kirloskar Brothers can be a good return performer with a medium to long term perspective. Along with that, in the agrochemical space, actually both the companies are from the rural theme of ours. So from the agrochemical space is again UPL, increasing its market share in the agro space with new products. Product efficiencies are coming in place in terms of crop protection and agri input products. We can expect 19% CAGR sales growth for next 2 years. Margin is expected around 22 to 23%. Overall, what we believe is stock is trading at 13 times FY19. UPL in the agro space looks very interesting. So with a medium to long term perspective, viewers should look at investing in UPL and Kirloskar Brothers.
Siddharth, Samit, appreciate your time on BTVI today. That's the view coming in both on the fundamentals and the technicals of the market. Record high on the Nifty, 30,000 for the Sensex. We'll have to wait and see if this momentum continues tomorrow. But for now, all out of time on this edition of the Trading Day. Up next, rising star Sanjay Bhargav. He's the founder of Bharosa Club. He'll be with us.